Hey YouTube, today I'm going to talk about my Streamlight TLR-1s, which is for the strobe. This is the new one they came out with. It's the HP, high powered. It's a 200 lumit light. It's supposed to shine up to 400 meters. I took it out in my yard a little while ago. It shines very, very far down the street. I didn't have anything to really measure with, but it's very bright, as you can see. And it comes with a switch here on the back that you can see. It's this is optional. You can get the one that just has the switch and it has like one of these on the other side so you can rock it back and forth, or it comes with the one where you can remove this to activate the pressure pad. I went with the pressure pad option because I'm putting mine on a rifle and I'm going to eventually put another one on my shotgun. So the rocker switch, I'll get to that in just a minute. Okay. One of the cool features about the light, it's really easy to use. I mean, I've had one of these on a pistol before, one of the TLR-1 models, and I loved it. And so I wanted to try this new one out on my rifle. This is the newest one from Streamlight, and Streamlight really did it right this time. Because with the pressure switch, and like I said, I'll get into that in a minute, but I will note with the pressure switch, you can use momentary strobe, and that is something in the market that not on too many lights that I've seen where you can use strobe and momentary. Usually, it's more like constant strobe, if that makes any sense. Like it'll strobe and then it'll be constant like that. Like, you know, my hand's off the light here and it's constantly strobing. Well, with the pressure switch, and I'll show you in a minute, you can strobe with a momentary. As soon as I let go, it goes off, which is good in a tactical advantage, and I'll explain why in just a second. When you get into tactical situations, you're going to like your momentary options. Okay, first of all, what this package includes, when you buy the Streamlight deal with the pressure switch package, it is going to come with all this mounting gear that I got here. There's the pressure switch. Here's some zip ties. It comes with a double-sided adhesive. If that's your gig, if you like to do it like that, that's cool. I personally don't like to have residue on my stuff, so I chose not to go with that. You have mounting screws. Some people like to drill bits. I'm fond of that. This is a rail system. This is pretty cool. You put this like here. You put this on the side of your rails, and then what will happen is the pressure switch will slide into that, and then the other one will go on like this, and you'll put it on your rail like that, and then the pressure switch will hook in accordingly. I'm not a big fan of that. Some people, I think it's more or less better for shotguns. Like you can put that on the pump. If you got side rails on your shotguns, you can put it on your pump, rack it like that, and some people like to have their pressure switch up by their rack like that, you know. But for me, I'm very fond of the pistol grip mounting system. One thing you need to know that Streamlight, in their descriptions when they sell this light, they don't make very clear, is this does come with the pressure kit. Pressure switch kit, rather. The pressure switch kit, now it does not come with the coil one, it comes with the straight one. It's just got the regular wire. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just got the regular wiring. It doesn't have this coil wire. So basically, if you don't want to piss off your wife like I did and you know, spend $30 extra, just know that it comes with this. But I personally like the coil one. It's compact. It stays tight. You don't have this all strung out like this. I like the coil one, so for me, it wasn't a waste of $30, and my wife will just have to get over it. Anyways, so the first thing I want to note about this pressure switch, the only downside to it when I first got it was that I realized if you look at this, you'll notice where you normally would slide a pressure switch in on the rifle. This is very narrow. Most of the pressure switch slots. This is a lot wider. Okay, so it's not going to slide in your traditional slot for a pressure switch. So what you can do many things to fix this. You can zip tie it on. That's what these zip ties are for. it's also to use the zip ties. You would, you know, if you had any loose wiring, you could zip tie those to your rails. But you can use a sticky adhesive. You can go, you know, with a rail mounting option. You can Velcro it. You know, there's certain aftermarket companies that will sell Velcro strips that you can, you know, if that's your gig. But I don't like doing that because those things over time get loose and unreliable, and I'm just not a fan of loose and unreliable. I like stuff that works. And it's been my experience that stuff just does not stay in place. It might for a little while, don't get me wrong, but it's over a long time, it's not hardened, it's not mil-spec, you know. So what I chose to do is drill. I don't know if you can zoom in here and see these holes that I've drilled here. And that's how I'm going to mount my pressure switch, is with these screws. So basically what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to take and mount my pressure switch. Just going to push those through there, get my screwdriver, get this sucker down. That's one screw in, and we'll get that nice and snug. Now, it does make the grip a little bit wider. I'm not going to lie, but, and I thought I was going to hate this, but I don't hate it because it makes you more aware that your pressure switch is there, and that way when you're in a tactical situation, you don't accidentally depress your pressure switch. Now the pressure switch is mounted. As you can see, it's not going to wiggle. There's no give to it. There's no play. It's on there and it's not going anywhere. So I chose not to go with the adhesive or the Velcro or electrical tape. You know, however you want to do it. You know. So I guess the next thing is the light. It's worth noting at this point that Streamlight offers you a little kit with this that comes with different lock keys for different rail systems. If you're using this on like a skinnier rail system, I'm not sure about all the rail systems. I just know Picatinny rails. This is the rail that came on it. It's entitled GL, and it fit on there, so I just left it alone. There are other sizes in here. I guess those are for different size rails. I've never used anything but a Picatinny rail, so I don't know what size rails are there out here. But if you know more about it than I do, there's different. If you know more about the different rails, there's different keys. So that should put your mind at ease. Now, using this in a tactical situation like law enforcement and military, if you're using this in an operation mounted to your rifle, a lot of people are going to naysay about this switch right here, because when you put it on your rifle, if you're wearing a flak jacket or something like that, you know, this switch could easily get triggered by accident. Okay, just by being bumped. You can see that it's coming on when I just bump it with my thumb. This turned me off. That was a thing that I did not like about it at all. And I was just like, man, when I get that, I'm just going to have to file that thing off. You don't have to do that, folks. All you got to do is take a little Allen wrench if you just want to use this. And remember, you can keep this on here if you have other uses for it, like for hunting, you know, something like that. Or you know, just as a personal light, you want to keep this on here because you're gonna have momentary mode and you're gonna have steady mode. Okay, you may want that. I don't. I'm putting this on a rifle. I want it for tactical operations, for law enforcement, military type missions. So I only want momentary. Okay, the reason I do, because if I'm in a room with the bad guy and I'm shining it down and I get shot, boom, boom, I'm down. As soon as I let go of my rifle, that light goes off. He doesn't know where my position is at. If I have it on, I go down, boom, boom, boom. There goes my light. He sees my light. He sees where I fell behind it. He knows where I'm at now. Big mistake, okay? That's why I hate momentary for, you know, tactical type missions and stuff like that. But if I was hunting or something like that, if I was using this light for like a hunting light, I'd probably use the constant on rather than the momentary. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, there's an Allen screw in the bottom of that, you're not going to be able to see it, but it's down in here, okay? It's a small size. I'm not sure exactly what size, but you're going to take this, you're going to hold it with your thumb right here so it doesn't give, and you're just going to unscrew that until it comes out, and it comes out fairly easily. I mean, you just unscrew the screw all the way. Okay, there's the screw, and it just lifts out like that. Now this can be used. You won't have a constant on. You don't have to worry about accidentally toggling that switch. All right, to put the pressure switch in, I'm gonna wait till it's on the rifle. But to do the pressure switch, I'm gonna take this little rubber tablet out. Okay, and that's where the pressure switch is gonna hook in. Now you can put this. Some may argue where to put this. You can put it on the side of your rifle. I know some military guys that prefer it on the side because they don't want to have anything on bottom snagging it up. I've never had a problem with that myself, and I've used flak jackets and all kinds of different body armor. I've never had any problems with it getting caught up on the bottom. But some people prefer to put it on the side, and most people that prefer to put it on the side have this little switch on the side, so they're worried about it, getting caught up, the switch getting caught up on the flak vest. Well, when you take the switch off, it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, what's cool about this is this screw, once it's unscrewed all the way out, you can just push it and see how it opens up. Okay, it gives you extra space for getting this on your rail. I'm going to put it on the first notch on my Picatinny rail, and then all I'm going to do here is just screw it down. Okay, until it's snug. And I'm putting it on a carbine right now. I'm putting it on my Scar 16S. It's not much recoil, so I'm not worried about taking. You can take a flathead screwdriver and make this really tight, but I have it on a rifle system that I'm not worried about a whole lot of recoil, so I'm not going to worry about snugging it up. But you can if you want to. There's a little indentation right there where you can use a flathead screwdriver to tighten that down. Now the last thing I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to plug in my pressure switch right here. Okay, that's in. Okay, this should be sitting. You should have not much wiggle in this at all. Okay, everything should be nice and mounted. And now I have it on my 16S, and I have momentary strobe and momentary on. So that's what I like about that. Now, the momentary strobe is something that I don't know a lot of lights in the market that have it. Okay, like I was telling you a while ago, I like momentary mode because it is superior in my opinion. It's a lot safer that if you get hit, that the bad guy doesn't know where you're at. Like I said, I go into a room, I have my light on, I like using the strobe because it disorients. I'm using my strobe, I get hit, boom, I fall, and the light goes off. My position is not given away. So, in that sense of it, I think it's a great light. Like I said, it's 200 lumens. I bought this one from Optics Planet. It ran with the pressure switch kit and everything. It ran about 156. I think you can get it for about 120 with the regular side-to-side switch. So if you're using it for hunting and stuff like that, and you don't want a pressure switch, you don't like to use the system, you like the regular switch, you can get this for a 120. So it's relatively inexpensive as far as lighting systems for weapons go. But yeah, here you have it. It's the Streamlight TLR-1 HP with the strobe, okay? And it just came out. I saw a review on it as early as January 2012. So this is a brand new item from Streamlight. I highly suggest if you want to put a light on your carbine or home defense shotgun, this is the light you need. Alright, thanks. Have a good one.